Hello, welcome to episode 4 of my Anki Masterclass course. In this video, we are going to look at the must-have add-ons for Anki to make your learning as efficient as possible so you can achieve the best possible grades. People have all sorts of add-ons that often don't contribute to more efficient learning and are often probably more of a distraction, like that add-on where a dog appears on your screen every time you get a question right. Firstly, I'm going to show you all the add-ons I have and that I use, and we'll also put them in the description below so you can download them. And at the end of the video, I'll show you how to physically download and add add-ons. Right, to see your add-ons, if you just go to tools at the top left and click add-ons, right? So I'm just going to show you the important ones. I do have others that, such as custom background image, which is let me get a custom background and image. They're not too important. I think I just have that just because it looks nice. What I would recommend is getting something like Advanced Browser, and I'll show you what Advanced Browser does. So I just go into my cardiorespiratory module, click Study Now. So if I were to highlight polyarteritis nodosa, just double click, for instance. What it does is it shows me all the cards that have polyarteritis nodosa. And why is that useful? Because often on Anki, what you find is you come across a card and it just doesn't make any sense because it doesn't link to any... Anki's great for learning facts, but sometimes it doesn't make sense to the bigger picture. So having Advanced Browser say, I don't know what I've got... Yeah, sure, I can list the signs of it, but it doesn't mean I know what it is. Well, I can click on it, and we can find out where it most commonly occurs, which is branching sites. We can find out the treatment for it. And in these slides, it tells you exactly who gets affected by it, and you can see the microanatomy or the histology of it, right? What it looks like if you look at it down a microscope, and that's quite useful. So you can see your other cards that have that word in it to get a better overall picture. I think I just called that Advanced Browser. That's Pop-Up Dictionary. Okay, that's the Pop-Up Dictionary add-on. So frozen fields, this is really good actually. So if I go into test subdeck, press add. So what we do is we'll use this slide again that we used in episode 2, right? And if I were to put this onto the back. Now, for certain cards, there may be the case where you want to ask more than one question on it, okay? So for instance, for this one slide, I might want to ask 2 different questions. One being, what is the pathology of asthma? And I also want to know the... Persay's law, right? I want to have a card on what is Persay's law, and if I pressed add now, it would just open a fresh basic card, right? So what I can do if I have frozen fields, you see these little 2 snowflakes, you can click this snowflake, and what it will do is, if I press add, it will make that card, but it will keep the back of this card. That's quite useful because now I can just write what is Persay's law, and that's not how you spell it at all. Persay's law of resistance, right? And there you go, we made 2 cards, and it's just saved me from having to copy and paste it. And if you want to stop freezing it there, you can cross it out, untick that. It's a nice little tip to increase productivity, really. So the next one I want to show you quickly is review heat maps. Review heat maps, great just to make sure you're on track. So if I go back, and review heat map just shows you all of this, right? So it shows you every single day from maybe like a year or something. Yeah, so this is for 2020. So every single day this year, and you can go back to previous years if you want to. And what it does, it shows you the days you've done Anki. And how many cards you've done. So obviously I've had some breaks somewhere, but generally speaking I come on 30 minutes every day, and if I don't, I just make up an hour for the day after. So where it's white, it means I've done no cards, and the darker it is, it means I've done more cards. And what it does, it makes sure you just are hitting that daily average card. So I do half an hour a day, and on average I hit about 73 cards, which I'm happy with. And yeah, it's just a nice way to make sure you're on track. And the last one, probably my favorite, is speed focus. So we're going to use clinical methods, just an example. So what speed focus does is it only gives you 20 seconds to answer the card, and if you don't answer it, it shows you the answers. Now this is very useful because otherwise I'll end up just staring out the window, or just getting distracted and spend like a minute per card, and that's really unproductive. So what it does is it gives you a 15-second warning, and then in about a few more seconds it will show you the answer, and that just makes sure you're focusing, and that has really helped me to really pump out as many cards as I can per session, because it's all about productivity. And yeah, it just gives you the answer like that. I know that sometimes you might want to spend a bit longer on cards, so let me just click hard for this. So you can click P on your keyboard and that will pause the timer if you absolutely have to. If it just takes that a little bit longer. So those are the add-ons I used. You can add other add-ons that make Anki look pretty, such as this background one I use. So, and there's others such as dark mode. And you can find those on the Anki website, which I can show you now. So if you just come on Google for Anki add-ons, and you go to ankiweb.net, and it will have just a list of add-ons for the latest Anki update. So speed focus mode is right here. You can just click on it and they give you a description. Honestly, these people make so many of these. Like, this list just goes on forever. You know, you can change your font size. There can be symbols as you type. You know, there's so many things. You know, you can make Anki, like, you can really get creative with it. So for speed focus mode, right here, the one that I showed you, if you just come down here, there'll be a code, right? What you want to do is you want to copy this code, and you want to go back to Anki. And when you go to tools, click add-ons, and you want to click get add-ons, right? And then it'll ask you for the code, paste the code in, press OK, you have the add-on. All right, you can disable some by clicking on them and deleting them if you need to. And Anki should automatically update, but you can also check each add-on, but you can check for updates as well. So I hope this video has been useful. If so, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the final episode of this masterclass where we have a look at my settings.